let's get started. Welcome to Sunday service. There are 3 stages to writing stories. In order for these stories to be tight, good, always engaging, and always grabbing people's attention, you have to follow these 3 stages for your stories to be truly great. Dunning-Kruger effect is when you're a beginner, you're starting out something, very quickly you think you already know everything and your confidence is up here. You think you're the shit. And then you keep learning that thing more and more, and then you realize that you actually don't know nothing. And then you go all the way to the bottom, and then you have to start over and learn it, right? The reason why most people are dismissive of your stories is because they're at this point, they're at the peak where they already think they already know what you're saying. And it might not even be true. Maybe what you're saying has a lot of nuance to it, but they don't know that. They're like, oh yeah, I already know that. Most beliefs that you have, most things that you believe to be true, you're actually absolutely wrong. You think you believe something, but deep down inside, you actually don't. Everything that you think you believe doesn't come from you. It's a product of your environment. So if you believe that money is not important, that shit was fed to you. You don't actually believe it from inside out. You believe it because you just kept hearing it over and over. I always say storytelling is teaching, right? Especially in business. We're using stories to teach a lesson. And good teachers make people understand. So I can make you understand, but they're not going to do anything until they actually believe it in their body. Everyone knows that you go to the gym every day and eat healthy, you're going to get a six-pack, but nobody actually believes it. Everyone knows that, oh, if I keep working on this business by next year, but nobody actually believes it. And that's why they don't put in the work. I have to actually make you believe that this is possible. And once you believe it, then you'll actually take action. Most advices and inspiration quotes they're bullshit. The lesson itself is bullshit without the context. There are some times when you put your mind to it, it'll work. And there are certain things in life, no matter how much mind you put into it, it's just not going to work. So first thing you have to do is you have to find the myth. In order for you to teach something, teach a lesson for this context, you have to first understand if this is the right way to do it, that's a lesson. Well, what's the wrong way to do it? Once you find that myth, now you know what not to do, what's wrong. Now, let's find some examples that reflect that. And once you've done that, now you can put it together, right? So what I would do is say, oh, I used to believe that branding design can make a lot of money. Until one day I realized I kept getting these shitty ass branding projects, and all the highest paying projects were just websites. And that's when I realized that actually a lot of big companies don't need logo designer. A lot of people say when you're building a business or growing your Instagram, patience is key. You have to be patient. This is how people take it. Oh, I have to be patient. It's going to take a long time. And what people do is they don't even start. They just take forever trying to plan. Oh, I'm patient. I have all the time in the world. But the truth is, you shouldn't always be patient. So the truth is not the opposite. The truth is not, okay, then be impatient. That's not the answer either. It's a little bit more nuanced. The truth is, be patient when it comes to taking actions, but be impatient when it comes to taking actions. Jump in and do it first. But be patient when it comes to waiting for the results. This is going to be your weekly exercise. What's a common myth about your area of expertise? What's a common mistake that people make, newbies make in that industry? Share it, and then share some examples or some stories that exposes that mistake. And have a great week. And no matter what happens, I want to see you next week. Come back next week. And I'll see you next Sunday. Cheers, everyone. Bye. Bye, Tabitha.
Have a good weekend.
Bye, Melanie. Bye, David. Bye, Johnny. Bye, Joyce. Bye, Jelly. Cheers. Bye, Astrid. Bye, Joyce.